Subspace rupture detected.
Hello everyone, Unicracken here. So today I wanted to show you a design change that we've made with regards to some particle effects within the mod. To start off with, the best way to describe how you see particle effects that are that buff other ships in normal Sins of Solar Empire are these big arcade-style flashy effects. You know, they put little symbols above ships so that you know that they're getting affected and that sort of thing. And while they're very communicative to the player, they are also really distracting and they kind of break immersion, if you will. So we've decided to try to do something a little different, and we're going to try to implement this as far across the system as we can. But just to demonstrate a couple of these changes that are in right now, just to show what's coming, we're going to show off one for the Valiant, one for the Punic, and one for the Infinity. So the one I'm going to show you for the Valiant is called Targeting Uplink, and it is an ability that improves chance to hit and weapon range for ships in the fleet. And if you look overhead, you can see the area of effect. It's quite large. It's most of the gravity well, and that's so that you don't have to try to worry about making sure your ships are too close to one another or anything like that. If it's part of the same group, it's getting affected by that ability. It's a little different from the way normal Sins of a Solar Empire handles these kind of things. They're typically, the range is pretty short. We see things a little bit differently. This kind of targeting uplink, this kind of communication between ships would be near light speed, and it wouldn't be affected much by the size of a gravity well. So just to demonstrate what it's going to look like, when you turn this on, you see? Here, here, here. Little red lights. So that if you're looking at the ship, you can tell that it's doing what it's supposed to do. But it doesn't drastically affect what you're viewing. It doesn't interfere with the cinematic effect when you are in cinematic mode. The ships are shooting, everything's blowing up. There's no huge flashy particle effect that's popping up and breaking the fact that you're watching a UNSC ship in a combat situation with whatever it's fighting. So this is what we're going to try to implement across the board with regards to effects and abilities that buff ships or negatively impact ships, if that is the case. So for the Punic, we've got Fleet Command. It does a similar kind of effect, but you know, better because it's a supercarrier. So this is what it looks like for this ship. So this is the big part right here. Right here. That little comm dish. And then there's some red lights on the antenna. Just like with the Valiant. And then for the Infinity, the ability we're going to show today is the shield regeneration. So this is obviously pretty important when you're using it, and you need to know it's being used. But we also don't really want it to be super distracting. If you're watching the Infinity and you're trying to keep it alive, you want to know that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And so this is what we've set up for the Infinity at this point. So you see, yellow light here, yellow light in the front, some red flashing lights on the side, just while it's working, and then it goes away. And then if the ability were to cast again, you know, the yellow and red lights would show up. And so this is just to let you know that it's doing it without some type of huge, flashy, big thing that draws from the cinematic effect of what you're trying to do. Because obviously if you're using a shield refit, it's either in combat or it just came out of combat. And so we want to allow you to have that cinematic experience while the ship battle is going on. We don't want to draw anything or pull your attention away from that in a distracting way. So that's all we got for now. As we make more changes like this, we will showcase and we will talk about it.